In Business Analyst 9.3.1, we've made some great improvements to the map series report. So here I've got 5 different areas, and if I wanted to come in and add dynamic text to each page that correspond to each of these trade areas, you can now do that. So if I open up the attribute table and I've got information in each record, like the zip code or the city or the name, sales volumes, any kind of statistical data that's tied to each record, you can now show that in each page that's tied to each area. So let's go through that process. So you get 2 options here. You can either do a current map extent map, where you're just creating a report of your current map. It's kind of a one-off thing. Or you can go in and you create a series of maps. So essentially it's a map book. And I'll go ahead and I'll create, or I'll say that the name should uniquely identify with each area. You get 2 options here. You can either create a report, Crystal reports, or you can export the images to a folder. You can do a JPEG or a GIF, a PNG, whatever. So you can save these out to a location. Maybe you can use them in PowerPoint. The standard resolution was 96, but we've added this resolution section in 9.3.1 where you can up it. So maybe you want it up to 300 for print quality images. So you can go portrait or landscape. That was there in 9.3, but in 9.3.1 you've got all these dynamic fields, and these are where these come in. So you can see the ID should be called the franchise field, and the name field, we want this to be the name of each manager, but it's going to read off the name field from your database but show up as manager. You could put your yearly sales on here, and it's going to read off the sales volume field. So these are all kind of data-driven fields that are going to show up on each report in each individual page that's assigned to each one of these 5 trade areas that you see around Metro Detroit. So now it's doing 2 things. It's actually creating the report, and it's creating the image of each one of these trade areas. So the software is just kind of going in and zooming to each area, and you can notice in the background I've got ArcGIS Online going. So I've got a map service. I don't have any vector layers in here at all, and this is great, just a great use of the cartography that we provide, and you can grab that right from that Maps pull down right at the top of the screen on the BA toolbar. So once it's finished here, you can see you've got Crystal Reports report, and what's added is you have dynamic text. So for the Busick area, franchise 223, you've got all your information underneath it. So each one of these is changing dynamically as you pan through the report. This is really cool stuff. If you've got, let's say, 100 trade areas or 1,000 trade areas or something, and you had information that was relative to each one of them, you wanted to show that. And then what we'll also do is we'll open up Explorer here, and we'll go to the location where I also simultaneously exported my higher quality map images. So we weren't concerned about a report, we just wanted the image to add them in something else. So if I open up each one of these, you can see nice quality image. These went out at 105 DPI. Pan through each one of them, you can see better images, new dynamic links to the reports, just a couple enhancements that we've made to the map series report in 9.3.1.